The grey wolf, Canis lupus, is one of the most iconic animals in the natural world, a symbol of wildness, strength, and freedom. Across cultures and centuries, wolves have captivated the human imagination, representing both the raw power of nature and the wisdom of the wild. From ancient myths and legends to modern conservation movements, the grey wolf has served as a beacon of strength, resilience, and untamed beauty. Its howl reverberates across forests, tundras, and mountains, evoking a sense of mystery, a connection to the primal forces of the earth, and a reminder of the wilderness that still exists beyond human reach. In many cultures, the grey wolf has long been revered as a creature of symbolic importance, of representation of the spirit of the wild and the embodiment of traits like loyalty, teamwork, freedom, and endurance. Whether in ancient mythologies, folklore, or modern media, wolves have often been portrayed as creatures that defy the conventions of domesticated life, representing an untamed spirit that stands in contrast to the world of human civilization. The wolf, in its natural form, is a powerful reminder of the world that exists outside the boundaries of human-made structures. For many, it symbolizes the wildness of nature, that which is free from control, thriving on instinct, intelligence, and natural beauty, a symbol of wildness and strength. The image of the wolf has been closely tied to the concepts of wildness and strength throughout history. In Native American culture, wolves are revered as spiritual guides, often associated with strength, loyalty, and leadership. For many indigenous tribes, the wolf is a symbol of family bonds and the importance of cooperation. The wolf's pack structure, in which each individual plays a critical role in supporting the whole, represents an ideal of community and collective strength. In these cultures, the wolf's role as a hunter and protector reinforces the idea of the wolf as a noble and formidable figure. In ancient mythology, wolves have also held a prominent place as symbols of both strength and freedom. The Roman myth of the she-wolf, who nursed the abandoned twins, Romulus and Remus, is perhaps the most famous of these stories. The she-wolf's role in this myth underscores the notion of wolves as protectors and guardians, as well as symbols of resilience in the face of adversity. In this myth, the wolf not only saves the lives of the two boys, but nurtures them, teaching them the importance of survival and loyalty. This symbolism of strength and guardianship is echoed in the representation of wolves in Celtic mythology, where wolves are often linked with the warrior class, standing as embodiments of both valor and wild nature. In modern times, wolves continue to be a powerful symbol, representing not only strength and independence, but also the fragility of the natural world. The wolf's presence is often invoked in discussions about the importance of conservation and the need to preserve the wild, as their decline is seen as a sign of the broader erosion of ecosystems and the loss of wild spaces. Their status as apex predators places them at the top of the food chain, and as such, their well-being is a key indicator of the overall health of their ecosystem. The extinction or near-extinction of wolves in certain areas has been a warning sign of broader environmental imbalances, making their survival a focal point for conservation efforts. Ecological balance and the role of wolves in ecosystems. The importance of wolves in the natural world extends far beyond their symbolic value. As apex predators, grey wolves play a critical role in maintaining the balance of ecosystems. Wolves are natural regulators, exerting pressure on prey populations and ensuring that herbivores do not become overabundant. By controlling populations of large herbivores, such as deer and elk, wolves prevent overgrazing of vegetation, allowing plants to regenerate and maintaining the health of plant communities. This regulation of prey populations has a ripple effect throughout the entire ecosystem, impacting everything from the growth of trees to the availability of food for other species. In regions where wolves have been reintroduced or protected, the effects on the ecosystem have been nothing short of transformative. One of the most celebrated examples of this is the reintroduction of wolves to Yellowstone National Park in the 1990s. For decades, wolves had been extirpated from the park, and in their absence, the populations of elk and deer exploded, leading to overgrazing of vegetation, particularly in riparian zones along rivers and streams. This overgrazing had negative effects on many other species, including beavers, songbirds, and fish, whose habitats were being degraded by the lack of vegetation. When wolves were reintroduced to Yellowstone, they quickly began to hunt and regulate the elk and deer populations. The result was a dramatic recovery in the vegetation along the riverbanks, as well as an increase in populations of beavers, birds, and other species. Wolves, by hunting herbivores, helped to rebalance the entire ecosystem, showing how crucial they are for maintaining healthy, thriving landscapes. The cascading effects of their reintroduction were felt throughout the park, highlighting the wolf's role as a keystone species, meaning that their presence has a disproportionately large effect on the structure and health of the ecosystem compared to their numbers. The concept of a keystone species is essential to understanding the wolf's role in nature. A keystone species is one whose presence and activity significantly affect the structure of an ecosystem. Wolves are considered a keystone species because of the vital role they play in regulating prey populations and maintaining plant diversity. By keeping herbivore populations in check, wolves allow vegetation to thrive, which in turn supports other species, creating a more complex and biodiverse ecosystem. Their predatory behavior thus helps maintain the balance of life, ensuring that no single species dominates the landscape and that resources are distributed more equitably across the food chain. Wolves also help control the populations of scavengers, such as coyotes and vultures, that feed on the remains of prey. By hunting and killing large prey, wolves create carcass opportunities for other species, which plays a role in the distribution of nutrients throughout the ecosystem. In this way, wolves contribute not only to the health of their prey populations, but also to the overall nutrient cycling in their habitats, helping to maintain a diverse range of species and ecological functions. Wolves in various cultures. The grey wolf's significance goes beyond its role in ecosystems and as a symbol of strength and wildness. Wolves have been woven into the fabric of human cultures for millennia, appearing in myths, legends, and spiritual traditions around the world. In European folklore, wolves have been depicted as both ferocious predators and noble protectors, with stories of wolves that guard villages or rescue children. These stories often highlight the mysterious and supernatural qualities of wolves, portraying them as both feared and revered creatures that embody both the danger and mysticism of the wild. In ancient Rome, the wolf's significance was so profound that it became the symbol of the founding of the Roman Empire. According to myth, Romulus and Remus, the twin brothers who founded Rome, were suckled by a she-wolf in a cave called the Lupercal, symbolizing the city's ties to the wild and its foundation on survival and resilience. The she-wolf's nurturing role in the myth represents the dual nature of wolves. They are both fearsome hunters and protective nurturers. This duality has carried through the centuries, with wolves being seen as symbols of both independence and community, as they live in tight-knit packs that are defined by loyalty and cooperation. In Native American cultures, wolves hold a sacred place, often seen as teachers and guides. The wolf's role in community and family bonds has made it a symbol of loyalty and teamwork. Many tribes view wolves as spiritual beings that possess wisdom and courage, often invoking the wolf's qualities in rituals and stories. The wolf's ability to survive in harsh conditions and its sense of community within the pack are qualities that many indigenous cultures admire and strive to emulate. In modern media, wolves continue to be a prominent figure, often embodying the ideals of freedom and wildness. From books and movies to television and video games, wolves are depicted as both mysterious and noble creatures, often associated with characters who embody the same qualities. The portrayal of wolves in media has continued to shape their cultural significance, reinforcing their status as symbols of strength, independence, and the untamed wilderness. The grey wolf is not just a symbol of wildness and strength, it is a vital part of nature's fabric. Through its role in ecosystems, its symbolic significance, and its cultural importance, the wolf remains a timeless and powerful representation of both the beauty and the fragility of the natural world. As apex predators, they maintain ecological balance, and as symbols, they remind us of the need to protect and honor the wild places of our world. In the following sections, we will explore the origins of the grey wolf, its habitats, its physical characteristics, its behavioral and social structures, and the threats to its survival. We will delve into the cultural significance of wolves and the ongoing efforts to ensure their conservation in the wild. But above all, the story of the grey wolf serves as a call to action, urging us to acknowledge our role in protecting the wild and ensuring the survival of this majestic species for generations to come. The grey wolf, or Canis lupus, is one of the most ancient and widely distributed carnivores on Earth. Its origins trace back millions of years, marking it as a key species in the evolutionary history of mammals. While often associated with the wild, the grey wolf's connection to domesticated dogs and its widespread distribution across continents speaks to its evolutionary resilience and adaptability. The history of the grey wolf is a testament to the natural forces that shape life on Earth, and its story is one of both ancient adaptation and modern conservation challenges. Evolutionary history. The origins of the grey wolf. The evolutionary history of the grey wolf begins millions of years ago with the Canidae family, which is believed to have originated in North America during the late Eocene epoch, around 40 to 50 million years ago. The family of canids, which includes dogs, wolves, foxes, and other related species, diverged into various lineages over time. The grey wolf, specifically, emerged from the Canis genus, which includes other species such as the coyote Canis latrans and the jackal Canis aureus. The first true wolves appeared around 2 to 3 million years ago during the Pleistocene epoch, evolving into the species we recognize today as the grey wolf. The grey wolf's closest ancestor was a wolf-like species that roamed the Eurasian and North American continents. These early wolves were part of the Canis lupus lineage, which later spread across the globe, adapting to diverse climates and environments, including forests, tundras, deserts, and grasslands. Over time, different subspecies of the grey wolf emerged, each adapted to its specific habitat, from the Arctic wolves of the north to the desert wolves of the Middle East. One of the most significant events in the evolutionary history of the grey wolf was its domestication. Grey wolves are the ancestors of all domestic dogs, Canis lupus familiaris, a relationship that has shaped human society for thousands of years. Researchers believe that the domestication of wolves began as early as 20,000 to 40,000 years ago, when humans first began to form partnerships with these wild creatures. The earliest forms of domesticated dogs were likely wolves that were tamed and selectively bred by humans for traits such as loyalty, intelligence, and trainability. Despite domestication, the grey wolf remained distinct from its domestic relatives. While dogs evolved to live alongside humans in villages and households, grey wolves maintained their wild nature, continuing to live in packs, hunt in the wild, and play a crucial role in maintaining ecological balance. Over time, domesticated dogs and wolves diverged genetically, yet the connection between them remains clear, as both share a similar structure, behavior, and genetic makeup. Genetic link to domestic dogs. The genetic link between grey wolves and domestic dogs has been the subject of much scientific study. Genetic analysis has revealed that domestic dogs are direct descendants of wolves and share approximately 98% of their DNA. This close genetic relationship has led to fascinating discoveries about the domestication process and the traits that have been passed down from wild wolves to modern dogs. The process of domestication likely began when humans first tamed wolves, using them for purposes such as hunting, guarding, and companionship. Over time, wolves that were more tolerant of human presence and had more social behaviors were selectively bred, leading to the creation of the domestic dog, while the grey wolf remained wild. Its domesticated counterpart, the dog, evolved to become a highly diverse species, with thousands of breeds exhibiting a wide range of physical and behavioral characteristics. Interestingly, recent studies have shown that some of the earliest dog breeds, such as the Basenji and the Siberian Husky, are genetically closer to grey wolves than other modern dog breeds. These breeds likely retain many traits that were present in early domesticated wolves, providing insight into the evolutionary journey that led to the domestication of this species. Despite the differences between dogs and wolves, their genetic similarities underscore the deep connection between these two species, highlighting the grey wolf's central role in the history of domesticated animals. Global distribution and adaptation. The grey wolf's ability to adapt to a wide range of environments is one of the reasons for its broad distribution across the globe. Today, the grey wolf is found in a variety of habitats, from the frozen tundras of the Arctic to the forests of North America, Europe, and Asia. Historically, grey wolves were found across most of the Northern Hemisphere, from the British Isles and Scandinavia to Russia, China, and North America. Wolves once roamed freely across Asia, the Middle East, and parts of Africa. However, human activity has significantly reduced the wolf's range. Over the past few centuries, grey wolves have been driven out of many areas due to hunting, habitat destruction, and domestication. In many parts of the world, grey wolves were considered dangerous to livestock and were hunted nearly to extinction. In parts of Europe and North America, this resulted in the extirpation of wolves, meaning they were driven to local extinction. Despite these pressures, grey wolves have proven to be resilient and adaptable. In areas where wolves have been protected, they have made remarkable recoveries. The most famous example of this is the reintroduction of wolves to Yellowstone National Park in the United States, where they were reintroduced after being absent for over 70 years. The successful reintroduction of wolves to Yellowstone highlighted the remarkable ability of grey wolves to adapt to different environments. Even after centuries of being absent from certain regions, wolves are highly adaptable to different ecosystems. Thanks to their intelligent hunting techniques, physical resilience, and social behavior, they can live in forests, grasslands, deserts, and tundras, with different subspecies of wolves evolving to thrive in these diverse habitats. For example, the Arctic wolf, Canis lupus, arctos, is adapted to life in the extreme cold of the Arctic, with a thick, white coat that provides insulation from freezing temperatures. In contrast, the Mongolian wolf, Canis lupus chanco, has adapted to life in the deserts of Central Asia, with a thinner coat and more solitary habits. Adaptation to various ecosystems. One of the most remarkable aspects of the grey wolf's evolution is its ability to adapt to a wide range of habitats. Wolves are incredibly versatile, and their ability to survive in so many different environments is a testament to their evolutionary success. Whether living in the dense forests of Canada, the grasslands of the American Midwest, or the frozen tundras of Siberia, wolves have developed unique adaptations that allow them to thrive in these diverse landscapes. In forests, wolves rely on their sharp senses, agility, and cooperative hunting techniques to track and capture prey. Wolves in forested areas often hunt in packs, using teamwork and strategy to bring down larger prey, such as moose and deer. Their ability to navigate dense vegetation and communicate effectively within the pack gives them a significant advantage in these environments. In the tundra, wolves have adapted to the harsh, cold environment by growing thick coats and having large paws that help them travel across the snow. They hunt in groups, using coordinated strategies to catch prey, such as caribou and reindeer, which are abundant in these regions. Wolves in the tundra have also developed behaviors that help them conserve energy during the long, cold winters, when food can be scarce. In deserts, wolves have adapted to the extreme heat by having a lighter-colored coat and more solitary hunting habits. The Mongolian wolf, for example, hunts smaller prey, such as hares and rodents, in the desert landscape, using stealth and patience to capture food in this sparse environment. Wolves in these habitats have adapted to long periods of travel between food sources, demonstrating the species' remarkable ability to survive in even the most inhospitable environments. The origins of the grey wolf are deeply rooted in the evolutionary history of the Canidae family, and its genetic link to domestic dogs speaks to the profound bond between wild and domesticated species. As apex predators, wolves have shaped ecosystems for millions of years, adapting to diverse habitats and playing a crucial role in maintaining ecological balance. Their evolutionary journey, from ancient wolf-like creatures to the modern grey wolf, showcases their remarkable ability to adapt and thrive in a wide variety of environments. From the forests of North America to the tundras of Siberia, grey wolves continue to play a vital role in the natural world. Their adaptability and resilience make them one of the most successful and widely distributed carnivores on the planet. Yet, as human activity continues to encroach upon wild habitats, the grey wolf's survival is increasingly at risk. The conservation of this species is critical not only for the wolves themselves, but also for the health of the ecosystems they inhabit. The grey wolf's story is one of both struggle and survival, and it continues to unfold as we strive to understand its role in the natural world and our responsibility in protecting its future. The grey wolf is a highly adaptable species, capable of thriving in diverse environments across the globe. From dense forests to expansive tundras and even arid deserts, wolves are found in a wide range of habitats, each presenting unique challenges and opportunities for survival. Understanding the habitats of grey wolves not only provides insight into their ability to survive in such varied environments, but also highlights their crucial role in maintaining ecological balance. Wolves, as apex predators, significantly influence the structure of ecosystems through their presence and behavior. Their hunting practices, pack dynamics, and interactions with prey and other species have a cascading effect throughout the food web. In essence, the grey wolf plays a central role in shaping the ecosystem services that sustain a diverse array of life. Description of the grey wolf's habitats. Grey wolves are found across much of the northern hemisphere, with their range spanning continents such as North America, Europe, Asia, and parts of the Middle East. Despite human encroachment and habitat loss, wolves remain one of the most widely distributed carnivores on the planet. Their ability to adapt to a variety of ecosystems, from dense forests to open grasslands and snowy tundras, speaks to the species' evolutionary resilience and versatility. Forests. Wolves thrive in forests, where they can take advantage of dense vegetation for cover and hunting. Temperate forests in regions such as Canada and the northern United States provide wolves with abundant prey, including white-tailed deer, moose, and elk. The forest floor, covered in thick underbrush, offers opportunities for wolves to stalk prey undetected, while the tree canopy helps shield them from predators and human activity. Wolves in these habitats often use stealth and teamwork in hunting, with packs working together to take down large prey. In boreal forests, the cold, coniferous woodlands of Scandinavia, Russia, and Canada, wolves are well adapted to the harsh climate. Their thick fur coats help protect them from the cold, while their keen senses of sight and smell allow them to track prey across snow-covered landscapes. Wolves in these forests often hunt large herbivores such as caribou and moose, both of which can be abundant in these areas during certain seasons. The presence of large predators like wolves helps to regulate herbivore populations, preventing overgrazing and maintaining a balanced ecosystem. Tundra. The tundra, with its vast, open spaces and frozen landscapes, presents one of the most challenging environments for wildlife. However, the grey wolf has adapted to life in these cold, barren regions, particularly in the Arctic and subarctic areas of Canada, Russia, and Scandinavia. The tundra offers few natural shelters, so wolves in these areas rely on their social structure, cooperative hunting, and keen hunting instincts to survive. Wolves in the tundra often hunt in packs, targeting large prey such as reindeer and caribou. The Arctic wolf, a subspecies of the grey wolf, has evolved specific traits to survive in the extreme cold. Its thick, white fur coat provides excellent insulation, helping it to endure the harsh winter temperatures. The wolf's ability to travel vast distances in search of food is another adaptation to life on the tundra, where prey can be scarce during the winter months. Wolves in the tundra are crucial in maintaining the health of the ecosystem, preventing overgrazing by large herbivores and maintaining balance in the food web. Grasslands and prairies. In grasslands and prairies, such as those found in North America and Central Asia, grey wolves thrive in open, expansive spaces. These regions are home to large herbivore populations, including bison, antelope, elk, and deer, ideal prey for wolves. Grasslands offer wolves plenty of room to hunt, using both speed and strategy to bring down large herbivores. Wolves in these regions are often nomadic, following the migratory patterns of prey and adapting to seasonal changes in food availability. The Great Plains of North America were once home to large packs of wolves that followed vast herds of bison across the open landscape. However, human settlement, hunting, and the near extinction of the bison population significantly reduced the wolf population in these areas. Despite this, reintroductions of wolves to certain parts of the Great Plains, such as in parts of Montana and Wyoming, have shown promising results in restoring the balance of these ecosystems. Deserts. Although deserts are often seen as harsh and inhospitable environments, grey wolves are capable of surviving in arid regions. The Mongolian wolf Canis lupus chancur, prime example of a wolf adapted to life in desert and semi-arid environments. This subspecies of the grey wolf is found in the deserts and steppes of Central Asia, where it hunts small to medium-sized prey, such as hares, rodents, and livestock. Wolves in desert habitats face unique challenges, including limited water availability and scarcity of food, which often requires them to travel long distances in search of resources. However, their ability to adapt their hunting behavior to local conditions, often hunting alone or in small groups, has allowed them to thrive in these challenging environments. The Mongolian wolf has developed a more solitary and stealthy hunting style, allowing it to catch smaller prey and conserve energy in the harsh conditions. Role of wolves as apex predators. As apex predators, wolves play a vital role in shaping the ecosystems in which they live. Their hunting behavior and predatory habits are key in regulating the populations of other animals, ensuring that prey species do not become overabundant and disrupt the natural balance of the environment. This regulation of prey populations is especially important in areas where herbivore populations can grow unchecked, leading to overgrazing and the degradation of vegetation. Prey regulation. Wolves primarily hunt large herbivores, such as moose, deer, and caribou. By hunting these species, wolves help to control their populations, preventing overgrazing and ensuring that plant communities can regenerate. In areas where wolves are absent, herbivore populations can grow unchecked, leading to the depletion of vegetation and a decline in biodiversity. The presence of wolves in these ecosystems helps to maintain healthy populations of plants, which in turn supports other species that depend on these plants for food and shelter. Trophic cascades. Wolves also have a significant impact on other species through what are known as trophic cascades. Trophic cascades are ecological processes that occur when a top predator affects the abundance and behavior of other species in the food web. For example, when wolves hunt large herbivores, they not only reduce herbivore populations, but also change the behavior of these animals. In areas where wolves are present, herbivores are more likely to avoid certain areas of the landscape, such as riparian zones, where vegetation is more abundant. This behavior allows vegetation to regenerate, benefiting other species such as beavers, birds, and fish, all of which rely on healthy plant communities for survival. Competition with other predators. Wolves also interact with other carnivores, such as bears and cougars, through competition for resources. While wolves are dominant predators, they often compete with these other carnivores for prey. The presence of wolves can influence the behavior and distribution of other predators, leading to shifts in predator-prey dynamics. For example, in areas where wolves are present, bears may shift their feeding patterns to avoid competition for prey, allowing other species to thrive. Interaction with other species, prey, scavengers, and other predators. Wolves are not only predators but also important scavengers, feeding on the remains of prey animals killed by other predators. After making a kill, wolves often leave behind carcasses that are consumed by a variety of scavengers, including foxes, ravens, and vultures. This feeding behavior helps to recycle nutrients back into the ecosystem, benefiting a wide range of species. The carrion left behind by wolves provides an important food source for many other animals, contributing to the overall health of the ecosystem. Wolves also have a unique social structure that influences their interactions with other species. Wolves live in packs, with each pack consisting of a family unit that works together to hunt, protect territory, and raise pups. The structure of the pack and the cooperative behaviors of wolves are critical to their survival and success as apex predators. By working together, wolves can take down large prey, such as moose or bison, which would be difficult for an individual wolf to hunt alone. The pack dynamics of wolves allow them to dominate their prey and maintain their position at the top of the food chain. Wolves and their role in shaping ecosystems. Wolves' role in shaping ecosystems is profound, as their presence influences the behavior and distribution of other species. As apex predators, wolves not only regulate prey populations, but also affect the structure of the food web by controlling the behavior of herbivores and other predators. By hunting and scavenging, wolves help maintain the balance of ecosystems, ensuring that resources are distributed equitably and that no species dominates the landscape. Wolves are also integral to biodiversity, as their presence helps to maintain healthy plant communities and promotes the survival of other species. Through their hunting and predation, wolves create a more dynamic and complex ecosystem, fostering a variety of species and ecological processes that might otherwise be lost in the absence of top predators. The grey wolf's role in ecosystems is critical not only for its own survival, but for the health of the entire landscape. Wolves are keystone species, shaping the structure and function of ecosystems through their hunting, scavenging, and pack behaviors. Their presence helps to regulate prey populations, maintain plant diversity, and influence the behavior of other predators. As apex predators, wolves are essential for maintaining the balance of nature and ensuring the long-term sustainability of the ecosystems they inhabit. The grey wolf is a creature perfectly designed for survival in diverse environments, equipped with a suite of physical adaptations that allow it to endure the most challenging conditions. Its size, coat, and senses are specifically honed for life in the wild. Whether stalking prey in dense forests, running across the tundra, or navigating rocky terrains, the wolf's physical traits not only enhance its hunting abilities, but also contribute to its social dynamics, aiding its role as an apex predator and pack member. Size and build. Wolves are medium to large carnivores, with a robust and muscular build that is optimized for endurance rather than raw strength. Typically, a male grey wolf weighs between 70 to 115 pounds, 31 to 52 kilograms, while females are slightly smaller, ranging from 50 to 85 pounds, 23 to 39 kilograms. However, size can vary depending on geographical location, with wolves in colder climates, like those in the northern US or Canada, tending to be larger than those in more temperate zones. Wolves in Europe tend to fall in the middle range, while the Mongolian wolf is somewhat smaller, adapted to desert and semi-arid environments, standing at about 30 to 34 inches, 76 to 86 centimeters, tall at the shoulder. Wolves have long, powerful legs built for running, and their longer than average body helps them maintain agility and speed over long distances. Their broad chests and strong limbs provide the physical strength needed for taking down large prey, while their long, bushy tails help them maintain balance during high-speed chases or when navigating tricky terrain. The physicality of wolves is finely tuned to their lifestyle as hunters. Their long, lean frames enable them to move swiftly across various terrains. Wolves are built for endurance rather than speed, capable of running at speeds of up to 35 miles per hour, 56 kilometers per hour in short bursts, but they are most effective when they can wear down prey through persistence, rather than overpowering them in a sprint. Coat and color variations. One of the most distinctive features of the grey wolf is its thick, dense coat, which provides essential protection in cold climates. Wolves have a double-layered coat consisting of a soft undercoat and longer guard hairs that protect them from the elements. This coat helps them survive freezing temperatures, which is particularly important for wolves living in the tundra or boreal forests. The color of a wolf's coat can vary significantly, with hues ranging from white and grey to brown, black, and even red. The most common coloration is a mixture of grey and white, which provides effective camouflage in the wild. allowing wolves to blend into their environment, whether it's the snowy landscape of the Arctic or the rocky terrain of forested mountains. Black wolves, though less common, are typically found in regions with dense forests or mountainous areas, where the dark color helps them remain hidden from prey. Interestingly, the gray coat can sometimes shift in hue with age, with older wolves tending to develop more silver tones as the darker fur fades. Wolves living in warmer climates may have coats that are slightly lighter and more adapted to handle the heat, while those in colder climates develop thicker, more insulating fur. This adaptation ensures that wolves can maintain their body temperature and energy levels, which are essential for survival in extreme conditions. Sharp senses. The wolf's keen senses are central to its success as an apex predator, enabling it to track prey over vast distances and communicate with its pack in the wild. Wolves are equipped with exceptionally sharp senses of smell, sight, and hearing, each of which is finely tuned to their survival needs. Sense of smell. A wolf's sense of smell is far superior to that of humans or domestic dogs. It is estimated that wolves' olfactory abilities are up to 100,000 times more sensitive than ours. This acute sense of smell allows them to detect prey from miles away, follow scent trails over long distances, and even identify the presence of other predators or pack members. Wolves use their sense of smell to track potential prey, often relying on their ability to pick up scent markings left by animals in the wild. Additionally, their highly developed sense of smell helps them avoid danger by identifying threats in their territory. Sense of sight. Wolves have excellent night vision, which is essential for hunting during the early morning or twilight hours when their prey is most active. Their eyes are adapted to low-light conditions, allowing them to see clearly in dim environments and track prey at night. While their vision may not be as sharp during the day, their ability to see in low light makes them formidable hunters during the twilight hours. Sense of hearing. Wolves also have an acute sense of hearing, which allows them to detect the slightest movements of prey or the sounds of other pack members. Wolves can hear frequencies ranging from 40 Hz to 60 kHz, well beyond the range of human hearing, allowing them to detect distant sounds or subtle vibrations in their environment. This ability is crucial when wolves are tracking prey or communicating within the pack. Social adaptations and communication. While the grey wolf's physical characteristics are vital to its survival, the species' social adaptations are equally important. Wolves are highly social animals that live in packs, which are typically made up of an alpha pair, their offspring, and sometimes other wolves. Pack dynamics are central to a wolf's ability to hunt, protect territory, and raise pups. The alpha pair are the leaders of the pack, responsible for making decisions and leading hunts, while the other members support in the cooperative tasks required to sustain the group. Wolves communicate with one another using a variety of vocalizations, body language, and scent marking. Vocal communication, particularly the famous wolf howl, plays a critical role in coordinating pack activities such as hunting and territorial defense. Howls can be used to locate other pack members, establish territorial boundaries, and communicate during hunts. Wolves also use a range of other sounds, such as growls, whines, and barks, to convey emotions and signals to other pack members. Body language is another crucial form of communication within the pack. Wolves use their tail, ears, and posture to convey dominance, submission, and other social signals. For instance, a wolf that stands tall with its tail raised high is demonstrating dominance or leadership, while a wolf that lowers its head or tail may be signaling submission. These social cues help maintain order within the pack, ensuring that the social structure remains intact and the pack functions cohesively. Scent marking is a critical component of wolf communication as well. Wolves have scent glands located around their mouths and paws, and they often mark their territory by urinating or rubbing their scent on trees and other surfaces. This serves as a signal to other wolves about the boundaries of the pack's territory and can help prevent conflicts with neighboring packs. Scent marking also plays a role in mating behaviors, as wolves use scent to indicate their reproductive status. Importance of physical traits for survival. The grey wolf's physical traits, from its size and strength to its sharp senses and social adaptations, are all integral to its survival in the wild. These adaptations allow wolves to thrive in a wide range of environments, from the coldest tundras to the most arid deserts, and help them maintain their position at the top of the food chain. The cooperative nature of the pack, paired with the physical prowess of each individual wolf, makes them exceptionally effective hunters and capable of taking down prey much larger than themselves. Moreover, the physical adaptations of the grey wolf are critical to its role in maintaining the balance of ecosystems. By regulating prey populations, influencing the behavior of other predators, and shaping plant communities, wolves play a key role in keeping ecosystems healthy and dynamic. As apex predators, they are an integral part of the food web, ensuring that the intricate connections between species are maintained and that natural habitats can continue to flourish. In conclusion, the grey wolf's physical characteristics, from its size and coat to its sharp senses and social behavior, are vital to its survival in the wild. These traits not only enhance the wolf's ability to hunt and communicate within the pack, but also enable it to play a pivotal role in shaping the ecosystems it inhabits. Whether in forests, tundras, or deserts, the grey wolf's adaptability and resilience make it one of the most successful carnivores on Earth. As an apex predator and a keystone species, the wolf's physical traits are key to the health and stability of the ecosystems they inhabit. Grey wolves are highly social animals, known for their intricate pack structures and cooperative behavior. Unlike many other carnivores that hunt alone, wolves rely on their social groups for survival, and their behavior is deeply rooted in the need for cooperation, coordination, and mutual support. The pack structure is central to their success, providing a system that supports both their predatory activities and their social lives. At the heart of wolf behavior is the pack itself. Typically, a pack is led by an alpha pair, the dominant male and female. These two wolves hold the highest rank and are generally the only members of the pack to breed, ensuring that their genes are passed down to the next generation. Beneath them, the pack members fall into a hierarchy, but the structure is not rigid. The pack is a family unit, and its dynamics are often defined by mutual respect and cooperation rather than strict dominance. While the alpha pair provides leadership, the rest of the pack plays vital roles in the survival of the group. Subordinate wolves assist in hunting, territory defense, and the rearing of young, contributing to the pack's overall success. The pack's social structure is dynamic, with roles shifting depending on age, experience, and the challenges the pack faces in a given environment. In some cases, younger wolves may challenge the leadership of the alpha pair, but the pack's strength lies in its ability to adapt and function as a collective, rather than as isolated individuals. Hunting, one of the most essential aspects of a wolf's life, is a cooperative effort. Wolves typically hunt in packs of 4 to 8 individuals, although larger packs can have up to 15 members. The cooperative nature of wolf hunting is a defining characteristic of the species, allowing them to take down prey that is much larger than any individual wolf could handle alone. Using a combination of stamina, strategy, and speed. Wolves work together to encircle their prey, exhorting it over a long chase. The pack's coordination is key to its success. Each wolf has a role to play, from initiating the chase to cornering the prey and bringing it down. Wolves often hunt larger herbivores like deer, moose, or bison, which require teamwork and communication. They are not just relying on brute force, but on precision and strategy. The pack must operate in harmony, moving together to flank the prey or drive it towards a specific area where they can attack. The ability to communicate within the pack, using a combination of vocalizations, body language, and scent marking, is crucial in this process. Whether it's through a low growl to signal a shift in position or a vocal call to rally the pack, communication ensures that each wolf knows its role and contributes to the success of the hunt. In addition to vocalizations, wolves are incredibly adept at reading body language and using scent to communicate. The scent marking behaviors of wolves are an important part of their social structure. By leaving their scent on trees, rocks, or the ground, wolves establish their territory and send signals to other packs about their presence. This is particularly important in areas where multiple wolf packs may overlap. Scent marking serves not only as a territorial defense, but also as a method of communication about the pack's strength and intentions. Body language, too, plays a vital role in wolf communication. A wolf's posture, the position of its ears and tail, and its movements all convey messages to pack members and other animals. A wolf standing tall with its tail raised high is asserting its dominance, while a wolf that bows or lowers its body is showing submission. These subtle signals help maintain order within the pack and avoid unnecessary conflict. Another crucial part of wolf behavior is the rearing of pups. Wolf pups are born into a highly supportive family environment, and their early development is heavily shaped by the pack's cooperative dynamics. The alpha female, who gives birth to the pups, is not the only one involved in their care. The entire pack contributes to the upbringing of the young. Pups are born blind and deaf, entirely dependent on their mother for warmth and food. During their first few weeks, the pack remains close to the den, ensuring that the pups are safe and protected. As the pups grow, the pack begins to introduce them to the world outside, teaching them the basics of survival. The older members of the pack, particularly the older siblings and the non-breeding adults, play an important role in helping care for the pups. They participate in feeding the young, taking turns to bring food back to the den, and engaging in playful interactions that help teach the pups vital social skills. Wolves are highly nurturing, and the bond between pack members is a fundamental aspect of their social structure. The care and protection of the young is a group effort, one that ensures the next generation is prepared to join the pack as full-fledged members. As the pups mature, they begin to participate in pack activities. They start by observing the adults, learning the social cues and the intricacies of pack behavior. They learn not only how to hunt and communicate, but also how to be part of a larger social structure that values teamwork and mutual support. The wolf pack is a remarkable example of social cooperation. Its structure is built on the foundation of leadership, mutual respect, and collective effort, with each wolf playing a role in ensuring the survival of the group. The bonds between pack members are strong, with wolves showing affection and loyalty to each other, both in times of success and struggle. These relationships are not just about survival, they are about the family dynamics that govern wolf behavior and shape their way of life. Pack dynamics also help in the defense of territory. Wolves are highly territorial animals, and a large part of their social behavior revolves around marking and protecting their territory. Packs defend their home range from other wolves and predators, using vocalizations, scent marking, and direct confrontation if necessary. The territoriality of wolves is essential not only for protecting their resources, but also for ensuring the stability of the pack. Wolves will often engage in border patrols, ensuring that no rival packs move in and disrupt their established home range. The larger the pack, the greater the territory they can control, and the more resources they have to hunt and raise their young. Social cohesion is also vital in maintaining pack order during times of scarcity. If food is in short supply, the pack must work together to find new resources, sometimes traveling long distances to locate prey. During these times, the bonds within the pack become even more important, as cooperation and mutual support help ensure survival. Older wolves, while not as fast as the younger ones, often take on more strategic roles, guiding the pack with their experience and knowledge of the terrain. The social and behavioral dynamics of grey wolves are crucial to their survival and success in the wild. Their complex pack structure, cooperative hunting techniques, and social cohesion not only make them effective predators, but also enable them to maintain strong, stable groups that work together to overcome the challenges of life in the wild. This intricate social system is an evolutionary advantage, allowing wolves to thrive in a world where cooperation often spells the difference between survival and failure. Hunting and feeding are central to the life of a grey wolf, shaping both its daily routines and its long-term survival strategies. Wolves are not solitary predators. They rely on coordination, endurance, and strategy to secure the food necessary for themselves and their pack. Their diets are primarily carnivorous, consisting of large ungulates such as deer, elk, moose, and caribou, though they can also prey on smaller mammals, birds, and occasionally fish when larger prey is scarce. Their adaptability in choosing prey allows them to survive across diverse environments, from dense forests to open tundras, grasslands, and even arid regions where resources are limited. The variety of prey reflects not only the wolf's opportunistic tendencies, but also its remarkable ability to assess risks, strategize, and cooperate with pack members during hunts. Hunting in a pack is a highly coordinated effort. Wolves employ a combination of speed, stamina, and intelligence to isolate, chase, and bring down prey that is often faster or larger than any individual wolf could handle alone. The chase itself is a test of endurance, as wolves are capable of running for many miles to exhaust their quarry. Each member of the pack contributes to the hunt, taking on roles that play to their strengths. Some wolves may act as chasers, driving the prey in a specific direction, while others position themselves strategically to intercept or ambush. This division of labor is not random. It is based on experience, physical ability, and understanding of the terrain. The pack's success depends on the wolves' ability to communicate silently through subtle body movements. Eye contact and shared intuition developed over years of cooperative living. Prey selection is another fascinating aspect of wolf feeding behavior. While wolves prefer certain species based on size, abundance, and nutritional value, they are opportunistic and adjust their hunting strategies accordingly. In regions where large herbivores are plentiful, wolves focus their energy on these higher reward targets. In areas where larger prey is scarce, they hunt smaller mammals such as hares, beavers, or rodents. Even scavenging plays a role in their feeding habits. Wolves will take advantage of carcasses left by other predators, ensuring that no opportunity for sustenance is wasted. This flexibility in diet allows wolf populations to persist in habitats that undergo seasonal fluctuations or environmental pressures, demonstrating their resilience and adaptability. Once a successful kill is made, the dynamics of feeding become a reflection of the pack's social structure. Wolves display a remarkable system of food sharing that prioritizes pack cohesion over individual consumption. The alpha pair often eats first, but subordinate wolves and pups are not neglected. Feeding order is guided by a combination of hierarchy, need, and social bonds, ensuring that all members receive sustenance and the pack remains healthy. Wolves also demonstrate an instinctive moderation in feeding, leaving portions of larger kills for later consumption or for family members who were not present during the hunt. This strategic distribution reduces waste and strengthens the pack's survival capabilities, particularly during times of scarcity when food resources are limited. The hunting techniques of wolves are characterized by intelligence and patience. They are known to stalk prey silently, observing movement patterns, assessing vulnerabilities, and predicting escape routes. A hunt can be initiated based on careful observation over hours or even days, as wolves track prey across vast distances using scent, sight, and sound. Their keen senses allow them to detect subtle signs of weakness or injury in animals, making the chase more efficient and less energy-intensive. Wolves are also capable of working collaboratively to drive prey into ambushes, utilizing terrain features such as cliffs, rivers, or dense vegetation to their advantage. These strategies highlight not only physical prowess, but also cognitive sophistication and adaptability. Beyond the mechanics of hunting, wolves play a critical ecological role in regulating prey populations. By controlling numbers of herbivores, they prevent overgrazing, which in turn supports plant diversity, stabilizes soil, and maintains the overall health of ecosystems. Wolves also indirectly influence the behavior of prey species, often referred to as the landscape of fear. The presence of wolves encourages prey to avoid certain areas, leading to more balanced foraging patterns that benefit vegetation and the broader environment. In ecosystems where wolves have been removed, overpopulation of prey can lead to habitat degradation, demonstrating the crucial role these predators play in maintaining ecological balance. Their impact ripples across trophic levels, influencing not just prey species but also smaller predators, scavengers, and plant communities, creating a cascade of effects that underscores the importance of their continued survival. The techniques wolves employ in feeding also include remarkable adaptability and ingenuity. During harsh winters or in regions where prey is more elusive, wolves can work together to chase large ungulates across snow-covered terrain, taking advantage of their endurance and coordination. In some cases, wolves exploit weaknesses caused by environmental factors, such as ice, deep snow, or injured animals. Younger wolves often learn these skills through observation and participation, gradually refining their ability to anticipate prey movements and contribute effectively to the pack's hunting efforts. Feeding, therefore, is not just about immediate survival. It is an education in predator skills, social cohesion, and environmental awareness that shapes wolves from purefoot to adulthood. Wolves are also known to cache food when kills are abundant. Leftover meat may be buried under snow or hidden in secluded areas, preserving it for days when prey is scarce. This behavior demonstrates foresight and resourcefulness, traits that are crucial for survival in environments where the availability of prey fluctuates seasonally. By storing food strategically, Wolves reduce the energy costs associated with continuous hunting and increase the likelihood of survival for the entire pack. This approach also benefits pups, who may rely on cached food when they are too young to participate fully in hunts. The cooperative nature of wolves extends to the social dimensions of feeding. Mealtime is a critical opportunity for reinforcing pack bonds, establishing hierarchies, and teaching younger members the subtleties of social interaction. Observing how food is shared provides insight into the pack's internal dynamics, revealing alliances, leadership, and the subtle negotiations that maintain harmony. Younger wolves learn patience, respect, and communication skills as they wait their turn or participate in feeding exercises guided by older members. Through these experiences, each wolf not only grows physically but also socially, developing the behaviors that will ensure its integration into the pack's future. Throughout their lives, wolves demonstrate an intricate balance between aggression and cooperation during feeding. While competition over food can arise, it is tempered by social bonds and long-term considerations. Wolves understand the importance of sustaining the pack and recognize that excessive conflict can jeopardize collective survival. This delicate balance between individual needs and group welfare is a hallmark of wolf behavior and reflects the evolutionary pressures that have shaped these predators into highly cooperative and intelligent animals. Ultimately, the feeding and hunting behaviors of grey wolves are far more than mechanisms for obtaining nourishment. They are central to the species' social structure, ecological influence, and survival strategy. Wolves exemplify a blend of physical prowess, strategic thinking, and social intelligence that allows them to thrive across diverse habitats. Their presence affects the health of ecosystems, the behavior of prey, and the dynamics of other species, making them indispensable components of the natural world. Feeding is an act that embodies cooperation, resilience, and adaptability, reflecting both the wild spirit of the wolves and the sophisticated social systems that define their lives. Grey wolves face numerous threats that impact their survival, and while they are resilient, the challenges they face have become increasingly difficult. One of the most significant threats is habitat destruction and fragmentation. Wolves need large, contiguous territories to roam, hunt, and breed. As human populations grow and urban sprawl extends into wild areas, wolves are finding their habitats reduced and fragmented. This not only limits the space available for wolves, but also isolates populations, reducing genetic diversity and making it harder for them to find mates outside their pack. Fragmented habitats can also limit prey availability, forcing wolves to travel further or to compete with other predators for food. In some areas, roads, fences, and human settlements cut off migration corridors, preventing wolves from reaching new territories or reconnecting with other packs. Another major threat is the conflict between wolves and livestock farmers. Wolves are natural hunters and will sometimes prey on livestock, especially in regions where wild prey is scarce or competition with other predators is high. When this happens, farmers and ranchers often retaliate by killing wolves to protect their animals. While many regions offer compensation for lost livestock or provide non-lethal deterrents like electric fences, livestock predation by wolves remains a contentious issue. Even in areas where protection measures exist, wolves are sometimes killed by hunters or trappers to reduce perceived threats to agricultural livelihoods. This human-wolf conflict has resulted in the decline of wolf populations in areas where livestock farming is common, pushing wolves into remote areas where they are less likely to encounter humans, but face other survival challenges. Poaching and illegal hunting also pose significant dangers to wolves. Despite legal protections in many countries, poaching remains a problem in regions where wolves are still seen as a threat to humans, livestock, or hunting interests. Wolves are often targeted for their pelts, and in some areas, illegal hunting continues for sport or out of fear. The loss of wolves to poaching can have a devastating effect on already small or recovering populations, particularly if it leads to the killing of breeding pairs or key pack members. In areas where wolves are already under threat, poaching can impede their ability to repopulate or maintain a stable gene pool, further endangering their long-term survival. Decreasing prey availability is another challenge that wolves face. Wolves are dependent on the populations of large herbivores like deer, moose, elk, and bison for food. In regions where prey species are hunted excessively by humans or are affected by diseases or habitat loss, wolves may struggle to find enough food. In some places, the reduction of large herbivore populations has forced wolves to hunt smaller prey, which is not as nutritionally valuable and may not provide enough sustenance for a pack. When prey is scarce, wolves are forced to travel greater distances or spend more energy hunting, which can weaken the pack and reduce the chances of survival. In ecosystems where prey populations are not properly managed or where overhunting has occurred, wolves can become malnourished, leading to higher mortality rates and smaller litters of pups. Climate change is also beginning to have an impact on wolf populations. Rising temperatures and changing weather patterns are altering ecosystems and the availability of prey. For example, in colder regions, wolves depend on the snow to help them track prey, but as winters become milder and snowpacks decrease, tracking becomes harder, and prey may move to areas that are not easily accessible. Additionally, warming temperatures affect the ecosystems of prey species, disrupting migration patterns or reducing the availability of certain types of vegetation that herbivores rely on. Wolves in colder climates, such as the Arctic or subarctic, may also face threats from shifting ecosystems and the potential loss of suitable habitats as temperatures rise. Diseases also pose a significant risk to wolves. Wolves are susceptible to a range of diseases, including canine distemper, parvovirus, and rabies. While wolves in the wild are generally resistant to some of these diseases, the encroachment of domestic animals into wolf territories increases the risk of transmission. Wolves that come into contact with domestic dogs can contract diseases that may decimate entire packs. Disease outbreaks are particularly dangerous for wolf populations that are already small or fragmented, because they can wipe out a significant portion of the population in a short time. These outbreaks can weaken the population and impede its ability to recover, especially if pups or key adult wolves are affected. All of these threats, compounded by the historical persecution of wolves in many regions, have led to dramatic declines in their populations in some areas. Wolves once roamed freely across much of North America, Europe, and Asia, but over the centuries, human activities, such as habitat destruction, hunting, and the spread of disease, have greatly reduced their numbers. In many parts of the world, grey wolves have been eliminated from large portions of their historic range, pushing them to the margins of wilderness areas and increasing their vulnerability to extinction. Despite these threats, grey wolves remain incredibly resilient and adaptable. Conservation efforts over the last few decades have shown that with proper protection and management, wolf populations can recover. Legal protections, wildlife reserves, and reintroduction programs have played a critical role in the recovery of wolf populations in places like Yellowstone National Park in the United States and parts of Europe, where wolf numbers have rebounded thanks to targeted efforts. However, ongoing threats, including human-wolf conflict, poaching, and habitat destruction, still pose significant challenges to their survival. For wolves to thrive in the wild, continued conservation efforts are essential, including habitat restoration, better management of prey populations, and public education to reduce conflicts between wolves and humans. As the wolf story demonstrates, the survival of species like the grey wolf is intricately linked to the health of the broader ecosystem. The decline of the wolf serves as a warning sign of broader environmental issues that affect all species, including humans. Protecting wolves is not only important for their survival, but also for the survival of the ecosystems they help maintain. Conservation efforts for wolves are not just about saving a single species. They are about preserving the delicate balance of life in wild spaces that humans share with these remarkable animals. Conservation efforts for grey wolves have been ongoing for decades, with significant successes and challenges along the way. The push for wolf recovery is not just about protecting one species, but about ensuring the integrity of ecosystems that wolves help sustain. Wolves are vital to the health of natural environments as apex predators, regulating prey populations and maintaining the balance between species. The complex dynamics of wolf conservation touch on legal protections, reintroduction programs, public perception, and environmental stewardship, all of which contribute to the future of these remarkable creatures. One of the most important aspects of wolf conservation is the implementation of legal protections. In many countries, grey wolves have been designated as protected species, which means they are legally shielded from hunting, trapping, and other forms of harm. In the United States, for instance, the Endangered Species Act provided essential protections for wolves in areas where their populations were severely reduced, including parts of the Northern Rockies and the Great Lakes region. These protections helped prevent the widespread extermination of wolves, which was common during the 19th and early 20th centuries when wolves were perceived as threats to livestock and human settlements. By limiting human interference, these laws have given wolf populations a chance to recover in some areas. However, the level of legal protection varies depending on region and government policy. In some parts of the world, the legal status of wolves has changed, particularly in areas where wolf populations have recovered. For example, in some regions of the US, wolves that were once listed under the Endangered Species Act were delisted after their populations rebounded. While this can be seen as a success in terms of species recovery, it has also led to debates about whether wolves should remain under protection, particularly when they conflict with human interests like livestock farming. This delicate balance between legal protection and human-wolf conflicts is central to ongoing conservation efforts. Another cornerstone of wolf conservation is the establishment of wildlife reserves and protected areas. These lands provide safe spaces where wolves can roam freely without the constant threat of human persecution. National parks, wildlife sanctuaries, and other conservation areas serve as refuges for wolves, protecting their natural habitats and ensuring access to prey. Yellowstone National Park in the United States is perhaps the most famous example of a successful wolf conservation story. In 1995, wolves were reintroduced to the park after being absent for more than 70 years. Since then, their presence has transformed the ecosystem, leading to improved vegetation, increased biodiversity, and healthier prey populations. The return of wolves to Yellowstone has been described as a trophic cascade, a ripple effect where the presence of one species, the wolf, has significant and far-reaching impacts on the entire ecosystem, from plant life to other predators. The success of reintroduction programs, like the one in Yellowstone, highlights the importance of restoring habitats that allow wolves to thrive. These programs have not only reintroduced wolves to areas they once inhabited, but have also demonstrated how wolves can play a central role in maintaining ecological balance. However, reintroduction programs are not without challenges. In some areas, reintroducing wolves can lead to conflicts with local communities, particularly farmers and ranchers who see wolves as a threat to livestock. As a result, the success of these programs often hinges on public education and community engagement to help people understand the role of wolves in the ecosystem and reduce the negative impacts on human livelihoods. In addition to legal protections and reintroduction programs, public education is a vital component of wolf conservation. Wolves often suffer from negative stereotypes that portray them as dangerous or menacing creatures. These misconceptions, rooted in centuries of fear and misunderstanding, can contribute to hostility towards wolves and resistance to conservation efforts. Educating the public about the ecological benefits of wolves, the history of their persecution, and their role in maintaining healthy ecosystems is essential for fostering a more positive relationship between wolves and human communities. Programs that promote coexistence between wolves and humans have become increasingly common in areas where conflicts are frequent. These programs focus on providing solutions for livestock farmers, such as guard dogs, electric fences, and fladdery, a system of hanging flags to deter wolves. In some places, financial compensation is provided for livestock losses, which helps to ease tensions between farmers and conservationists. Additionally, involving local communities in wolf monitoring and habitat protection programs can help to create a sense of shared responsibility, ensuring that everyone benefits from the wolf's recovery. Moreover, grey wolves play an important role in biodiversity conservation, which is a key factor in broader environmental advocacy efforts. Wolves are considered keystone species. Their presence in ecosystems influences the structure and health of the entire habitat. The removal of wolves from ecosystems can lead to imbalances in the food web, with herbivore populations becoming overabundant, vegetation suffering from overgrazing, and other species being impacted as a result. By protecting wolves, we are not only protecting one species, but also preserving the integrity of entire ecosystems. Through collaborations with governments, wildlife managers, and local communities, these conservation centers work to ensure that wolves are protected and given the opportunity to thrive in their natural habitats. In some parts of the world, conservationists have successfully reintroduced wolves into areas from which they had been eradicated. The reintroduction of wolves to Germany, for example, has been a success story in Europe. After being absent for nearly a century, wolves began to return to Germany in the early 2000s, aided by protection measures and the creation of wildlife corridors. This gradual return has not been without challenges, but it demonstrates the potential for successful wolf conservation, even in areas with dense human populations. The lessons learned from the reintroduction of wolves to Yellowstone, Germany, and other places can be applied to other regions where wolves are still at risk. Despite the progress, challenges remain. As wolf populations grow, managing their impact on human activities such as agriculture, livestock, farming, and hunting becomes an ongoing task. While many governments and conservation organizations continue to provide legal protections, funding, and resources, there are still areas where wolves face threats from poaching, habitat loss, and human-wolf conflict. Climate change, too, poses new challenges for wolf conservation as warming temperatures alter prey availability, disrupt habitats, and shift ecosystems. Overall, the recovery of grey wolf populations is a success story that proves that, with the right measures, species on the brink of extinction can be brought back from the edge. Conservation efforts must be comprehensive, involving not just legal protections and reintroduction programs, but also active efforts to build positive relationships between wolves and humans. As apex predators, wolves are an essential part of the natural world, and their conservation is not only about saving an iconic species, but about maintaining the ecological balance that sustains life on Earth. The first few months of a wolf pup's life are critical, as they transition from being completely dependent on their mother to becoming integral members of the pack. During this early period, the pups are entirely reliant on their pack for care, food, and protection. From the moment of birth, wolf pups enter a highly social environment where every member of the pack plays a role in nurturing and ensuring their survival. The first few weeks are spent in a den, where the mother remains with her pups, keeping them safe from potential predators and the elements. The den is typically a secluded area that offers cover and protection, such as a hollow log, a dugout burrow, or a rocky crevice. It is in this secure environment that the pups are born blind and deaf, completely dependent on their mother's warmth and milk. As the pups begin to grow, they start to explore their surroundings and interact with other pack members. At around 3 weeks of age, their eyes begin to open and they begin to hear sounds. This is an essential step in their development, as the ability to see and hear allows them to start forming relationships with their pack members and begin to understand the world around them. During this time, other wolves in the pack, including older siblings and other non-breeding adults, begin to help with the care and feeding of the pups. These wolves bring food back to the den, regurgitating it to feed the pups, ensuring that they are nourished and continue to grow. At around 6 weeks, the pups venture out of the den for the first time, beginning to explore the area surrounding it. This is when the pack begins to teach the pups essential survival skills. The older wolves will play with the pups, helping them develop their coordination, social behavior, and hunting instincts. While the pups are not yet involved in active hunting, they begin to observe and learn the complex dynamics of the pack. This early exposure to pack activities is crucial for their development, as it teaches them how to interact with other wolves and begin their socialization process. As the pups grow, their physical abilities improve, and they become increasingly independent. At around 8 weeks of age, they begin to accompany the pack on shorter journeys and start learning to track prey. At this point, they are still too young to participate in a hunt, but they are beginning to develop the physical strength and stamina necessary to do so in the future. This early training period is essential for the pups, as it lays the foundation for their future role within the pack. The experience of being included in the pack's activities helps the pups build confidence, foster loyalty, and understand the importance of working together for the benefit of the group. By the time the pups reach 3 to 4 months of age, they are beginning to participate more actively in the pack's social life. While they are still not involved in full-fledged hunts, they begin to take part in training exercises and become more attuned to the pack's dynamics. They learn the intricate communication systems that wolves use, including how to communicate through body language, vocalizations, and scent marking. The older wolves in the pack teach the pups how to hunt, showing them how to work together as a team and how to use the environment to their advantage. At this age, the pups begin to hone their skills, gradually becoming more capable hunters. Around 6 months old, the pups begin to take on more responsibilities within the pack. By this time, they are nearly fully integrated into the pack's structure, and their role in pack activities becomes more significant. They are still learning the intricacies of hunting and survival, but they are now capable of joining the adults on hunts, contributing to the pack's food supply. They have also developed the ability to communicate effectively with the pack using the various signals that define wolf communication. This is a critical period for the pups, as they begin to solidify their place in the pack and take on the social and hunting roles that they will maintain throughout their lives. While their development is rapid, the first year of life for wolf pups is fraught with challenges. They must learn to adapt to the often harsh realities of the wild, where survival is not guaranteed. The pack provides critical support, not only through direct care, but by teaching the pups how to survive in the wild through cooperation, communication, and mutual support. During this time, the pups learn not just how to hunt, but how to navigate the complex social dynamics of wolf life. Their early experiences with the pack shape their behaviors, social bonds, and ultimately their role within the group. By the time the pups reach their first birthday, they are almost fully integrated into the pack. They are learning to hunt more effectively and are becoming stronger, more capable wolves. This is the point at which the young wolves are expected to begin participating in the pack's leadership structure, learning how to contribute meaningfully to the survival of the group. While they may still be guided by the older, more experienced members of the pack, they are well on their way to becoming full-fledged adults. Their transition from pups to active members of the pack marks the end of a year-long journey of growth and development, and it is at this point that their survival depends on their ability to work cohesively with the pack. Pup rearing in wolf packs is a complex and cooperative process, where each member of the pack plays an integral role in ensuring the survival and development of the young. The collaborative efforts of the adults ensure that the pups grow up to become strong, capable wolves, able to carry on the pack's legacy. The importance of family and cooperation in wolf behavior is evident in the way the pack works together to ensure the survival of the next generation. It is not just the alpha pair that raises the pups. The entire pack contributes to their care, making the wolf pack one of the most tightly knit and cooperative social structures in the animal kingdom. As pups mature, they gradually assume more responsibilities within the pack, taking on roles that contribute to the survival of the group. This transition from dependent pups to independent hunters marks an important part of their development, where they begin to prove their worth to the pack. Their journey from helpless newborns to skilled hunters mirrors the challenges and complexities of life in the wild, and the support and guidance of the pack are essential to their success. Through this process, the pups are not only learning how to survive, but also how to become active participants in the intricate social dynamics that define wolf life. The lessons they learn during their first year, from cooperation and communication to hunting and survival, are what will shape them as wolves, ensuring that the next generation carries on the strength, resilience, and cooperative spirit that is the hallmark of the species. The cultural and symbolic significance of wolves stretches across centuries and cultures, with these creatures deeply embedded in the mythology, folklore, and spiritual traditions of numerous societies. The grey wolf's image has evolved into a powerful symbol of freedom, strength, loyalty, and survival, resonating with people worldwide. It is seen as an embodiment of nature's untamed spirit, both revered and feared for its primal qualities. Wolves occupy a unique position in the human psyche, representing the wilderness and the mysterious forces of the wild. The relationship between wolves and humans is as complex as it is ancient, with wolves playing roles that range from feared predators to spiritual guides and companions. From the deep forests of Europe and Asia to the vast plains and tundras of North America, wolves have been an integral part of the stories humans tell about the natural world. Their howls, pack structure, and dominance in the wild have inspired myths, legends, and rituals, often making them central figures in the stories of cultures, both past and present. wolves serve as both mysterious and powerful figures, embodying the fear and respect that comes with the untamed wilderness they inhabit. Across the globe, wolves have been central figures in the mythology of many cultures. In ancient Rome, the she-wolf that nursed the legendary twins Romulus and Remus became the symbol of Rome itself. According to myth, the she-wolf was a protector, a symbol of motherly strength and nurturing. She safeguarded the twins, who would go on to found the great city of Rome. The she-wolf's role as the nurturer of Rome's founders underscores the dual nature of the wolf, both wild and domesticated. The wolf, in this context, is a symbol of the balance between untamed natural forces and the civilizing influence of human society. The legend of the Romulus and Remus myth symbolizes how wildness, when channeled appropriately, can contribute to the development of powerful civilizations. Similarly, the wolf's presence in Norse mythology plays a significant role. Fenrir, the giant wolf in Norse legend, was said to be the son of the trickster god Loki. Fenrir is portrayed as a force of destruction and inevitable change, playing an integral part in the Norse apocalyptic vision of Ragnarok. In this myth, Fenrir is destined to kill the god Odin, symbolizing the balance between creation and destruction. The wolf, in this sense, embodies chaos and power forces that can be both destructive and transformative. While the wolf in Norse mythology represents fate and the uncontrollable forces of nature, it also represents the inevitable cycle of life and death, the push and pull between creation and destruction. In Native American cultures, wolves are revered as spiritual animals, often associated with qualities such as loyalty, bravery, and intelligence. They are viewed as teachers and guides, providing wisdom to those who follow their path. Wolves are seen as symbols of family and community, reflecting their strong social bonds within packs. In some tribes, wolves are believed to hold a special connection to the spirit world, guiding individuals on their spiritual journeys. The wolf's ability to survive in harsh conditions, its strength in numbers, and its role as a protector of its pack all resonate deeply with Native American philosophies, which emphasize the importance of community and interconnectedness with nature. The wolf spirit is often seen as a protector and a teacher. It is said that wolves offer guidance and protection, especially in difficult times. The wolf clan in Native American culture is associated with leadership, knowledge, and the ability to see through illusions. The wolf is a reminder of the strength and wisdom that comes from working together in a community and staying true to one's nature. Many indigenous cultures, such as the Cherokee and Lakota, hold the wolf in high esteem, seeing it as a guide for those who seek balance between the material and spiritual worlds. In European folklore, the wolf has historically been both feared and respected. During the Middle Ages, wolves were often seen as symbols of evil, associated with werewolves, humans cursed to transform into wolves under the full moon. This association between wolves and supernatural transformation reflects a deep-seated fear of the wild and the loss of control. The werewolf myth is particularly significant in European culture, where wolves were often seen as dangerous predators that posed a direct threat to human settlements, livestock, and even communities. In these stories, the wolf's ability to transform from a harmless human figure into a fierce, uncontrollable beast was a metaphor for the wildness that humanity feared would overwhelm civilization. In contrast, during earlier periods, wolves were respected as noble and fierce warriors. In ancient Celtic societies, wolves were seen as symbols of strength, and they played important roles in battle and war. The Celts often regarded the wolf as a protector, an animal to be admired for its courage, loyalty, and tenacity. Wolves were often included in the mythical and symbolic representations of Celtic warriors, where they embodied the virtues of the warriors themselves. The wolf, therefore, was seen as both a guide to the afterlife and a warrior spirit, a creature that lived by its own set of rules, untamed and fierce. Despite these traditional views of the wolf as a dangerous predator, the animal's connection to human society has remained strong through the centuries. Wolves have become symbols of independence, freedom, and survival in modern times, especially in the context of conservation and the fight to protect wild spaces. Wolves' ability to thrive in remote, rugged areas has made them symbols of the untamed wilderness and the wildness of nature. In the modern world, the wolf often symbolizes a call to action, a reminder of the need to protect nature and ensure that the forces of human development do not completely erase the wild spaces that wolves and other creatures inhabit. In contemporary media, wolves continue to captivate the imagination. The imagery of wolves is frequently used in films, literature, and art, often portraying them as mysterious, powerful, and untamable creatures. In movies like The Grey and The Wolfman, wolves are depicted as symbols of danger, survival, and the primal forces that humans must confront. These modern portrayals often evoke themes of loneliness, struggle, and self-discovery as characters confront their inner fears and fight for survival in a hostile world. The wolf's mystique as a creature, both noble and terrifying, continues to resonate with audiences worldwide. In environmental activism, wolves have also become symbols of the fight for wilderness conservation. The efforts to protect wolves are often tied to broader ecological movements that seek to preserve natural habitats and wildlife. Wolves are used as flagship species in conservation campaigns, symbolizing the need to protect not only wolves but the entire ecosystem in which they live. The recovery of wolf populations in places like Yellowstone National Park has become a rallying point for those advocating for the protection of natural spaces, showing that efforts to preserve one species can have a profound impact on the health of the environment as a whole. In art, wolves have been portrayed as symbols of mystery and power. Many Native American artworks feature wolves in a stylized form, emphasizing their spiritual connection and revered status. In modern art, wolves are often depicted as majestic creatures, embodying a sense of freedom and untamed beauty. Whether in sculptures, paintings, or photography, the image of the wolf evokes deep emotional responses, ranging from awe to fear because it embodies a connection to the wild that many people long to experience, but also fear. The symbolic significance of wolves extends into the world of spirituality and self-discovery. Many people believe that wolves carry messages from the spirit world or act as guides to those seeking clarity or insight. The wolf's loyalty to its pack and its ability to thrive in the wild serve as powerful metaphors for the importance of community, strength, and survival in the face of adversity. The wolf encourages individuals to embrace their wild, untamed selves, while also understanding the importance of working together for mutual survival and success. The wolf is also a powerful representation of freedom, the ability to roam untethered through vast territories, choosing one's own path and living according to one's own nature. This symbolism resonates deeply in today's world, where human beings often feel confined by societal expectations and limitations. The wolf's connection to wildness serves as a reminder of the importance of embracing one's natural instincts, living authentically, and asserting one's independence. Wolves, as both real and symbolic creatures, represent the wild, the untamed, and the powerful forces of nature. Whether in mythology, art, folklore, or modern environmental activism, The grey wolf's symbolism has endured for thousands of years, resonating deeply with those who seek to understand and protect the world around them. As we face the challenges of the present and the future, the wolf remains a powerful symbol, calling us to remember the importance of nature, the value of community, and the need to preserve the wild for generations to come.